What you're looking at here is a display that I had a chance to see just a couple of days ago. This is Richard Davidson. He is an expert in alkalinity and the body. And next to him is Alicia, and she's going to be our Vanna White today and open up some bottles so that you can actually see that she is opening up the actual product. And I'm zooming in on this product here. Different things from both tap water as well as we've got some soda pop and regular things that you would buy off the grocery store shelf as your product of choice. And we're going to compare some things. Richard will tell us all about this, but Vanna, would you like to open these the bottles as Richard? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you're doing here.
Well, I appreciate that. My name is Richard Davidson, as he mentioned. I was born right here in Salt Lake City. Went to Granite High School, and I joined the Navy in 1959, and I learned about alkalinity in Japan. And then, so I studied about it, and I retired in 1980s and 90s about alkalinity. And then after the turn of the century, I started on an alkaline way of living, and it has paid off. And I won't get into that, but I have excellent health. I'm 70 years young, and I keep getting younger. Everybody I know keeps getting older. Today we're going to talk about pH and how important it is to your body. Especially you can test your own pH, and that you'll be able to tell what to do to balance out your body and to avoid diseases, basically. So there's one process that comes about. It's called the healing crisis. You could go through a healing crisis when you start going alkaline, and you go through a purge or a cleanse or a detox, and you want to make sure that you understand that you could have a few cells that have been dormant for years. They're going to get cleaned out during the detox, and what you do is then understand it's coming, go through it. Might take you 1 day, 3 days, might even take you a week, but it's just a process. So what is pH? pH, the word itself means potential hydrogen. So, and what you're trying to find out is what is your personal pH, and because most people do not know. And there's another process of how to test that. The personal pH is like if you had a pool, you know what the pH of the pool is because you want to swim in healthy water. If you had a garden, you would want to know what the pH of the garden is to have healthy vegetables. Well, it's very, very important, as I mentioned, to know what your personal pH is. So the scale of the pH goes from 1 to 14, with 7 right in the middle, and that's considered base. Anything below 7 is acidic. Anything above 7 is alkaline. And an example of that is our blood. Our blood is 7.365. There's 7 days in a week, 365 days in a year, and that's the easy way to remember it. So your blood is 7.365 and it has to maintain that level. It's not your choice. If your blood goes to a 7.1, you go into a coma and die. That's how they induce comas, and that's how they get people out of comas, by changing the pH of their blood. So your blood level is right here, right at this, this is slightly alkaline, just a little bit above base. And so after the blood is, like I say, when the blood is very important to keep it, you have to keep your body at the same level. That's your job. If your blood is 7.365, try to keep your body at 7.365, and that's the balance of your pH. And that's what this whole program is all about. That's what I've been doing for over 35 years. I learned about it in Japan. I've studied it. It's my life. It's my passion. It's my vision. But I'll give you an example. Did you know that a battery, we are just all walking, talking batteries. That's all we are. And if you read on the side of the battery, what does it say on the side of it? Alkaline. Okay, so when that battery has potential energy, like our bodies, we can use it, and we get to do things and go places and use up our energy. But what happens from a battery? What happens? It starts going down and lower and lower and lower. Pretty soon, when you have the energy's gone out of that battery, we call it a dead battery. And sometimes you'll even see little acid coming out both ends. Okay, same thing with our body. It goes down and down and down. But our bodies have the ability to regenerate. Like the Energizer Bunny, we can regenerate and we can have energy. And the way to do that is keep your pH at a high level and feed it what it needs. It has to have chlorophyll, which happens to be the green 2O. And the other things that your body needs to maintain that pH. And the way to test it, there's some pH paper. You can do it with your saliva or your urine. And that's just done on a daily basis in the morning before you eat or drink anything. Okay, the balance of the pH. Now think in your mind that, think of every disease you can think of, from colds to cancer. Put them on a parallel line, and every disease that man has, in fact there's probably going to be some that they'll invent and have another more diseases, okay? Now do a paradigm shift in your mind and go above that level and think acidosis. Acidosis. Now, a lot of people don't know what that is, but you can Google it. You can find out what acidosis is. What that means is your body is more acidic than alkaline. In other words, it's below the 7 level. It's acidic. You do not want to have acidosis. Literally, acidosis causes every disease that's out there. When you put drugs on drugs and on these diseases, it's like putting a Band-Aid on them. When you understand what acidosis is and you put that above all these diseases, and you take care of your body and you get out of the acidosis state, these diseases just kind of go away. Okay? Now, one of the biggest culprits in the world today, especially in the United States, is what we're eating and drinking, and that's acidic food. There's an 80-20 rule. You can have 80% alkaline and 20% acidic. In the United States, it's 80% acidic and 20% alkaline. The exact opposite of what we should do. So what we're going to do is test some liquid that's out on the market, and Alicia has been kind enough to pour these out. And what we have, it's called a reagent, so that you can test the pH of a clear liquid. Now there's other things I cannot test, like coffee, because you wouldn't be able to see the colors. But these colors will tell the true story. Now we have everything from, we have acidic water and alkaline water, which is out of our pH alkaline ionizer. It's a machine that we have, and we've had so we can have alkaline water. So you take this reagent and you just go right down the line and put it in the machine, in each one, 5 drops, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to have Alicia come right behind me with that little spoon, and we're going to stir them up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now see, she's finishing stirring them up, and you want to use a plastic spoon, not a metal one, because then you have a negative reaction there. But if she finishes up these last couple, then we will talk about them and what those colors mean. And all you have to do is compare these colors with the chart. Thank you, Alicia.
Okay.
Okay, now you look and see the acidic water that's coming out of this machine is acidic. That's what the machine does. It gives us 20% acidic and 80% alkaline. Then we test the popular drink of 7-Up. I use 7-Up because it's clear, and then you can see the colors. And you can see what color it is. And it's red, so it's down here in the 2 level. Okay? And here's a drink called Clear American Tropical. Now these are expensive drinks, some of these. $2 and $3 a piece. But you can see it is acidic. And here's a popular one, Propel. Red, acidic. Here's a popular drink, Perrier, and it's kind of orange. So that would be up into this level, maybe the 4 or 5 range. And then here's a popular one, Dasani, made by Coke. And it's also in this range right here, which is acidic. Smart Water, kind of green, but still 6, still acidic. Now we got the Fiji. Now the Fiji is the only bottled water I recommend if you're going to buy it. If you're going to buy bottled water, buy Fiji, because it is alkaline. It comes from Fiji. I know it does. I spent 13 years in Hawaii. I checked it out. It comes from Fiji. And that's why it costs more, because you got to fly it over here. Now this is a new one I found. Brand new just yesterday. This is coming from New Zealand. Also alkaline, but expensive. And this is the water that is out of the tap water that's out here. And then this water is out of the machine, which is the alkaline side. Now, I'd like to go back to the chart here and show you a base again. 7.365 is neutral, base. 7.365 is our blood level. Below 7 is acidic, above 7 is alkaline. Every diabetic is a 6 on the pH scale. Every cancer patient is a 5 on the pH scale. That's why you go into remission and you come back out of diseases, because you go acidic, alkaline, acidic, alkaline. That's how simple it is. It's not complicated. It's a very easy thing to understand, a very easy thing to do. And once you understand what acidosis is, if you have it, you want to get alkaline. And then things, you just feel better. Now there are products out there that I support and I love. When I read into Jolene, this product that she had and represented was the perfect fit for us, because my water makes this product work really, really well. And it's a great thing. I started on it, my wife drinks it, we all drink it. And I'm going to have the world drink it. Okay, that's about the extent of it.
What's the name of the product?
Live H2O Green.
So there you go. There's, and it's what level on the pH scale when you mix it up?
The Live is at above 8. It's rated 8.5, but I'm sure that'll vary. But you could actually take the Live product, and I think the Skinny is in a pH above 8, around 8 also. So that's a good thing, because you're talking about it's not acidic. You want to eat and drink alkaline food. These foods right here are alkaline. My breakfast every morning is a CAT, cucumber, avocado, and tomato. That's my breakfast every single day. I don't have to think about it or nothing. It's just automatic. And it's perfect. It used to be the apple a day keeps the doctor away, but when you cut an apple in half, sit it out for a while, turn brown, goes to city. Take an avocado and eat one of those a day. Avocado a day keeps the doctor away. Okay?
Richard, thank you so much for taking the time to come and share this with us down at our office. We look forward to sharing this to the world right now, and so thanks for allowing us to film this.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're back with you again because Richard wanted to show a remarkable secondary study on top of this. So go ahead, Richard.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is take the alkaline water out of the alkaline ionizer, and I'm going to show what a little bit of this water can do to some of these drinks. Okay, now this water is tap water. Changed it a little bit.
Wow.
It's making it alkaline. All of these things that you buy in the store, now didn't make that one quite alkaline. Didn't make that one quite alkaline. Didn't make that one quite alkaline. And it definitely does not make 7 alkaline. Because it is so acidic, it's basically 20 to 1. Now what I'd like to do is take a capful of 7-Up, and just a simple little capful, and show how potent acidity is. I'm going to bring it right down here to the alkaline water, alkaline ionized water, and instantly it goes acidic.
Wow.
So you can drink all the alkaline and acidic food that you want, but if you're drinking acid, you neutralize it because it's on a 20 to 1 basis. So if you drink 1 glass of carbonated drink, you have to drink 20 glasses of water just to be neutral.
Wow.
Wow.
Richard, thank you so much.
Welcome. Have a great, happy life.